Hey there, CJ Math students. Welcome to classwork homework 5.10, real life equations. You watch the video, you may go ahead and check off. You may use your calculators. It's a practice homework due tomorrow. So I've already included the work that we did in class today, which were these first two equations. Remember on this first one, first two problems, remember on this first one, it was all about understanding what the problem was asking, filling in the puzzles, being like, okay, I know x, I know the width is 8 times minus 2x, solving for x and then plugging back in to figure out the width. So there was a lot going on there. Number 2 is a little bit more straightforward. It was just like this idea of she's paying $45 right off the bat, adding $20 per lesson and getting a total of $225. So hence this equation, 45 plus 20x equals 225, and then just solving that. So let's do a couple of these together. It says a student bought 2 juice pouches for $125 each and 3 bags of chips. The total was $505, right? And solve an equation to determine the cost of a bag of chips. So the variable is C for cost of chips. And you can ask yourself, okay, I'm going to get 2 juice pouches for $125 each. This is actually a constant, but it's not $125. If they're $125 each and I have 2 of them, then actually I'm going to be paying $250. So it's really going to be the juice, 2.50, plus the 3 bags of chips, but I don't know their cost. In fact, I should say C, like I said I would. So plus 3C is equal to the total, 505, right? So there's your 2-step equation. The really tricky part here was understanding, wait a second, I do have a constant in the juice boxes. I just got to make sure I have the right number. If you put down 125, you're going to be off because you're only saying you bought 1 juice box. So draw my scales of justice. I see addition over here, so I'm going to subtract to make that 0. This gives me $255 left over to buy the bags of chips. Remember, there are 3 of them. So then I'm just going to go ahead and divide by 3 to finish off because I see multiplication, so therefore I divide. So the chips themselves cost $255 divided by 3, which is 0.85 or 85 cents per bag. I could say per bag, right? All right. Number 4, I'm going to let you take care of that yourself. Just remember, it's 4 brothers each bought 2 hot dogs. So in order to find out a constant and a bag of chips, you might have to do some multiplication there, right? Number 5, it says the ages of 3 siblings are all consecutive integers. The sum of their ages is 39. How old is the youngest sibling? So x is going to be a variable. It's the age of the youngest sibling, right? And so we don't know the age of the youngest sibling. We know that the age of the next sibling is just x plus 1, because that would be the number after that age. And then the age of the sibling after that is just x plus 2. That would be the number after that. And we know that altogether they add up to 39, right? So we have some like terms that we need to add up here. We have x, x, and x. And then we have 1 and 2. If you don't have a second highlighter, you can just double underline that. So x, x, and x, that gives us 3x. 1 and 2, that gives us 3, is equal to 39, right? 2-step equation. I see addition, so therefore I subtract. So 3x is equal to 36, and then I divide by 3. And x is equal to 12 years old for the youngest. So just let's double check that. If the youngest is 12, the next oldest then has to be 13, and then the one after that has to be 14. Let's add those up, 14, and make sure that they equal 39 like they said they were. So 12 plus 13 plus 14 does in fact equal 39, so you know you are good, right? That idea of consecutive integers, if you don't know the integer, it's just x, and then the next integer with a number that is consecutive to it is just plus 1, and the number after that is just plus 2. Okay. Number 6 is very similar to the problem that we did together on number 1 in class. So take a look at what we did on number 1. I would totally suggest drawing a picture up top here for number 6 to help you out, and understanding that the perimeter is the distance around the entire rectangle, right? All right, now to the good stuff. These Aspire problems, right? These are very similar to yesterday. Remember, you're working on picking a number, right, to represent that variable, and then trying to work through these problems to see which one's going to give you your answer. So a shirt is originally priced at $S. So let's say the shirt is actually, the shirt is actually $20, all right? So $20. All right, and Chester bought it at a 7% discount. So discount 7% of 20, right? So 7%. So 7% of 20. So if we originally have a shirt that's $20 and we do 7% of 20, or 0.07 times 20, or 7% times 20, that's going to get you 140. So you're going to subtract 1.4 off of it, and so your answer is then going to be 18.6. So you're looking for something that when you plug in 20 gives you 18.6, right? If you chose a different number, if you chose 100, you could get a different number. If you chose 10, you could get a different number. But let's try some of these out. So choice A says to do 0.07 times 20, which is what I said the shirt was, plus 20. And what does that give us? It gives us 21.40, so that doesn't make sense. Also, a discount. There's no way you're going to add with a discount, so it just doesn't make sense. 0.93s, so that says take 93% of 20. Let's see what that gets us. That gets us our answer of 18.6. Now, we have to go through all of them because we might have to change our number, right? We might get two answers that look like they work out, and then we might test a different number. Answer choice C says do 20 minus 0.07. That's just going to give you 19.93, so that's not going to work. That's out. And then answer choice D says do 1 minus 0.07 times 20, which is going to give you, notice I'm using my calculator as well, negative 0.4. So that doesn't work out. So answer choice B is in fact the right answer. Let's figure out why, right? If I take a discount of 7% of something, it's like I'm paying 93% of the price of that product, right? To take a 7% discount is like saying, okay, take off 7%, so just pay me 93% of what this is normally worth, okay? For 8 and 9, I'm going to allow you to pick a number. Pick something that's like easy. Pick it like 2, right? So if this is W equals 2, really then 4 times 2 is 8, and W is simply 2, so then that means your perimeter is really 8 plus 2 plus 8 plus 2, which is 20, right? So it says the length is 3 times the width. Well, this is your length, right? And this is your width. So the length is 8, is 3 times the width is 2 times 3 equal to 8. 2 times 3 does not equal 8. It equals 6, so that's out. The length is 3 inches more than the width. Is 3 plus the width, which is 2, equal to 8? No, it's equal to 5, so that's out. The length is 4 times the width. Is 4 times the width, which is 2, equal to 8? Yes, it is. The length is 4 inches more than the width. Is 2 plus 4 equal to 8? No, it's not. So the correct answer is C. I'll let you do number 9. On number 10, before you do this in combined like term, don't forget to distribute the negative. It's like you're multiplying everything by a -1 before you look for like terms. And number 11, I'm going to leave to you. That's it.